The novel Kappa is written by Akutagawa Ryunosuke. Akutagawa Ryunosuke was born in March 1st, 1892. This is the novel which gets the idea of utopia, and the author Ryunosuke used the Japanese well-known monster Kappa dream for his whole novel. He was a Japanese writer active in the Taisho period in Japan. He is regarded as the father of Japanese short story, and Japan's premier literary award, the Akutagawa Prize, is even named after him. However, Akutagawa Ryunosuke committed suicide when he was 35 years old. Kappa, this novel, is his longest work of all his short stories. This novel, Kappa, tells the story about the patient number 23, who narrates of all the story who enters the Kappa's world and lives with them for a long time. During this time, the patient number 23 experiences every aspect of Kappa's world, such as their social classes, their economy, military, and their laws. Since he is a human, he finds that there are so many different conflicts of social structures between our world humans and Kappa's world. In Kappa, this novel, the author Ryunosuke seems to build a more rational world than human society. However, throughout the story, we have to ask ourselves a question: that does the rational world cross to the utopia? Utopia is the world which always appears in novel and artworks. Utopia is in wars. There are only good things in the world. Many people argue that the utopia is only reachable if we act as rational beings. But well, love, emotion, and hatred all prove that we are far from rational beings. Human beings aren't robots, so it is difficult for us to be completely emotionless. As a result, a utopia is unreachable in the real world and can only be written in the literary works. However, does the rational world mean to be a utopia? The answer is no. In the novel Kappa, our narrator, the patient number 23, meets Gaio, a Kappa who is the director of the Glass Corporation, and they talk about unemployment in Kappa Land. When patient number 23, or the narrator, hears that there are plenty of work lose their jobs, he asks Gail how they treat those threat unemployment workers. Gail tells him that, that's because they are all eaten up, you see. The narrator is so shocked by Gail's answer and he cannot imagine how Kappa, the monsters, eat their own race. Cause in humans world we can do that, and we don't seem to do that. When patient number 23 is surprised by Gail's answer about how they treat unemployed workers, Chuck explains that after all, you see, by such action, the state takes over and saves a man. All the bother of suicide or death by starvation. All it is a whiff of poison gas, so that there was no pain worth mentioning. Gail and Shock response seems very absurd and miraculous, but it is also very rational. Killing unemployed workers can help the state reduce suicide percentage and starvation. Also, they use their workers' body as fresh meat, which can prevent shortage of food. However, it is very impossible for humans to take some action like Kappa did, because these kinds of treatments of unemployment workers are inhuman and immoral, even if the treatment seems to be very rational. If human beings act like Kappa and each other, the world will not be a utopia, but dystopia. Furthermore, for example, Adolf Hitler also had similar ideas with Gale and Chalk. For years before Adolf Hitler became the Chancellor of Germany, he was obsessed with the idea about race. In his speeches and writings, Hitler spread his belief in racial purity and in the superiority of the Germanic race, which he called an Aryan master race. He pronounced that his race must remain pure. When Hitler and the Nazis came to power, these beliefs became the government ideology and were spread in publicly displayed posters, on the radios, in the movies, in the classrooms, and even in the newspapers. The Nazis began to put their ideology into practice with the support of German scientists who believed that the human race could be improved by limiting the reproduction of people. Hitler believes that the survival of the fittest and it is the only way to involve human beings in order to create a perfect world of a utopia. As a result, Nazi almost caused the genocide of Jews. Compared to Kappa's treatment of unemployed workers, Hitler's ideology is very similar with it, and is also very irrational. Purify races and creating advantaged human beings, which sounds like a utopia. However, Hitler and his Nazis lit the whole world into flames of wars, which caused millions and millions of people died. The war became dystopia during the World War II. As one can see, a rational world doesn't mean to be a utopia.